Hello, and this is the, I should check the date because I don't even know. This is the April month of video of collection time. If you don't know, this is where I show my anime, gaming, and manga collection update thing. Yeah. So the people who've been subscribing to me for a while now may have noticed that I didn't make a video for like this entire month. I got sick for like the first 2 weeks, and that sucked. And I was out of it, and then it got to the point of where I realized I wasn't buying anything. Which was bad because, you know, being sick, I didn't realize I didn't pretty much buy anything. So I ordered most of my stuff for the second half of the month. So I do have stuff here, and I've been able to check out some of it, but not all of it. Now the reason about the videos was I got very distracted from a certain game, which I guess is going to be the best transition of anything, so I will jump over to the games first for this month. Now, gaming wise there isn't really much here for anything, but there's a bit of something for each thing. So I'm going to start with the game I actually haven't played yet. I actually just got it yesterday, and that is Sly Cooper Thieves in Time, which I guess technically possibly is Sly Cooper 4. I'm not a huge fan of the Sly Cooper games, but because I haven't played them really, so I can't say good or bad either way. But my brother's played them, he's played them multiple times, bazillions of frickin' times, and he deserved to play the fourth one at some point, really. So I got the fourth one. I got the Vita version because it's the same as the console one. I know if you buy the console one, you get the multi-platform, you get to get the download free, but if you guys know me, I like my physical copies of stuff. And, you know, I'd rather have a PS3 version in my pocket, so when I get my Vita TV, which this wasn't me saying I'm getting a Vita TV, it's me saying I will be getting one maybe at some point if I import, I'm not sure. But I can just play it on the TV and it's like playing the PS3 one. Anyways, so why not? Next month they're releasing the first 3 games on Vita in a collection. So that will be cool. Yeah, all I know is made by Sucker Punch. Which I'm not sure if this one's actually made by Sucker Punch. That's the thing. I see a whole different company on here, which is really scary if Sucker Punch gave the 4th game to a different company, but don't know. And a new movie's coming out. If you haven't seen the trailer, go watch the trailer. That looks cool. You know, it's a CG movie, but it looks really cool. Only issue is they changed the main character's voice. You should never, ever, 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 ever do that. If you're making an animated film based off of another property that also had voice acting or something to that extent, why would you change the damn voices? But I just realized that they even do that if it's the same video game, then they release a new video game and they change David Hayter's voice to Keith Sutherland and ruin my dreams. But that's a different argument altogether. So let's just move on. The next game, which took a lot of hours out of me back when I got it. I got this in March, the beginning of March, but I forgot to show it and I felt bad about it. So I'm telling you now, this is the first time I've actually had to take an item and go, I forgot about it. But that is Persona 4 Golden. I'm not the biggest Persona 4 fan, like some people are, but I don't like that whole glare thing, it's bugging me. That's no better, whatever. I wasn't the hugest Persona 4 guy. I actually liked Persona 3 a bit better back when I played them on PS2. This was back when I was like really hunting down certain games because I knew certain games were going to go rare. I was wrong about the Persona games because, well, that's a lie. They were actually worth quite a bit of money back when they were out on PS2, but now they're being ported to everything. The Persona 3 has been ported to PSP, which is an amazing port, and it has extra stuff in it. Yeah, I can't talk more about that. It's really good. I played it on the Ouya. I emulated it on the Ouya and that was fun. But yeah, the second game is also on the PSP, the second half of the PS1 game. Confusing, I'm not going to explain it. But this was on PS2. I played about, oh, I don't know, Not a lot of time for a Persona game, but it was still like 10 to 20 hours. And I like what I played, but I got stuck very early on because I didn't grind. This game, on the other hand, I got it, and it was the day I was waiting for my PS4. They told me they were shipping it, it was coming to the door kind of thing, so I'm like, okay, I gotta be in my basement waiting at the door, because I can't wait for this item. And I got this in the mail, I think, that day, in the morning. So I popped it in, put in the PSP, installed it, played it for 11 hours, waiting for my PS4. Long story short, the PS4 didn't show up that day, even when it said it was supposed to, but I put about 11 hours into Persona 4 Golden. Now, there's, from what I played, I haven't played that much. I played maybe about 20 hours, I think, so far, which is quite a bit for me, I think. And it's, you know, the Persona 4 voice acting, I haven't seen anything cut from the game. But I have seen that they've added a few things. There's this girl character I don't remember from the other one. I heard there's like an alternate, or an extra, not an alternate ending, but like an extended alternate ending. I don't know, I've just heard things. And if you like RPGs, how can I explain this? If you like RPGs, you'll like this game. But if you like oddball RPGs, like Earthbound, and like stuff like that, like kind of those weird modern type RPGs, and you haven't played the Persona series, start with Persona 4, and then play 3, and then play 2, and then 1, like go backwards. And the 5th game is actually coming out on the PS3, I think soon, August maybe? I forget, I'm not sure if they released the date or not, but that is something I'm waiting for. Now for the game that took up probably the last 2 weeks of my my month. This was a daily game I had to play, twice a day. And that was, if you actually are on my Facebook page, you guys may know, Animal Crossing New Leaf. How can I start talking about Animal Crossing? I started playing Animal Crossing back on the GameCube. The reason why I'm like, man, oh man. When I was in grade 6, there was these two kids talking about this Animal Crossing game. And at the time I had a paper route. So I spent, was that grade 6? I'm trying to remember, it's hard. No, maybe I was in grade 7 and I was waiting for my little brother at another school. I forget. Either way, quite young, and these two kids I knew from the same school were talking about this Animal Crossing game, and how this girl built her house and then lived and walked around and collected items. It intrigued me in the weirdest way, because I'm like, golden shovels, what are them? Like, I was so like interested in this concept. And so, I wasn't a PC player. Like, I know The Sims is basically kind of like this, but I wasn't like that. So I got a GameCube just before then, I believe. And I got like the Metroid combo, which was awesome, but I never beat it, which is sad. And I went to EB Games I live in Canada, so it was, I was gonna say where, I'm not gonna, but it was a drive away from where I normally live, and I picked up this Animal Crossing game. And they talked about these e-cards and stuff, and I didn't know anything about that, and I played it, and it was one of those games I played a lot of. And then the years went by, and I own all the other Animal Crossing games, but they just weren't good. The Wii one was awful in my opinion. The DS one is the Wii one pretty much. So if you're going to play either one, just play the DS one because it's more simplified, and I think Animal Crossing should really be simplified. Then New Leaf came out, and I was looking at it and looking at it and looking at it forever, and then I finally bought it. And if you don't know, on my Facebook page, I paid off my house within about those two and a half weeks. I paid off my house. My house is done in the game. So, yeah, and now I just have to do some of the mayor things, which if you don't know, you actually become the mayor in this game, and you buy different buildings and stuff for your town. Nothing too fancy, just an extra bonus thing you can do. And I've run around on the collecting, and I did the whole, go to the tropical island, collect all the bugs, sell them for like $1 million. Which is one issue about this game. Money is way too easy to get. I had, how much did I have in the bank before I spent it all? 8 million, I think I had. No, 10 million? I forgot. Quite a bit of bells for this game. And I paid off the house within those 2.5 weeks. If I tried doing that in the original Animal Crossing, it would have taken me months. Probably a year. Because the first Animal Crossing was really, really hard to get money. This game, everything's upgraded. There's so much to do. But once you pay off your house, you know, I don't see why I should go back. Like, I want to get the Majora's Mask because I know that's in the game. And that'll be fun. I think will be one of the last things I'll be doing, just getting some of the Nintendo items from the fortune cookies. But, which if you don't know, you can eat fortune cookies in the game. You can get a couple a day. Well, 1 to a couple, it matters what you're doing. And they cost play coins on the DS. And you get Nintendo items. So like Link's hat, Link's this, the Triforce, Mario's hat, mustache, that kind of thing. And the Majora's Mask is in this, and I want it, and I'm really excited that they keep putting Majora's Mask stuff in games because I want that Majora's Mask 3D. Oh, but I'm not going to get into that. Yeah, that's the end of the games. Well, actually, technically it's a lie. I got a whole bunch of original Xbox games, but they were like Scooby-Doo's Adventures and stuff like that. And I got 2 original Xboxes, which I'm not going to pull out. But if you want to see them for some reason, once again, I'm going to whore out my Facebook page. But I did take pictures of them, and I modded them so I can play burnt games, which that's not what I will be doing on them. Actually, I'm just going to be playing Halo 2 System Link online, because there's a cool trick you can do. And yeah, that's basically what I've been using them for. So yeah, I'm not going to pull them out, but if you want to see them, you know where to go. So I'll go to the animated, because this is the less amount of stuff here. And the next 2 things, I'm just going to show you them both because I haven't actually viewed these per se. But they are very related in a very strange way, so I'm going to tell a story about them. And I'm sorry for eating up your time, but you know, yeah. And that is Inuyasha Final Act Collection 1, which, funny story about this, I got this for $4 on Amazon. There's some seller must have forgot to add a 0, so he put up for $2 and $2 shipping. And I got it for $4. And Hell Girl Season 2, which is also called Two Mirrors by Sentai, Collection 1. There's 2 collections. They usually go for like 30 to 40 bucks each. And the full collection, which you can purchase, goes for about $70. But I'm like, well, for $14, whatever I spent on this, I don't know a better way of doing this, so we'll just do it this way. It was worth just picking it up. Now, you're probably thinking, how the hell is Inuyasha Final Act and Hellgirl 2 Mirrors related in any way? That's where it's interesting. Now, a lot of people may or may not know that Hellgirl was originally required by Funimation. They bought Season 1. It's amazing. If you can get the chance, somehow pick up Hellgirl Season 1. They have a save edition, but I think the save edition went rare somehow. It's really confusing. I haven't done my research on that, though. And it was dubbed. It was great. If you like stuff maybe like Death Note or stuff kind of like that, I think you'd really like Hellgirl. But I guess it didn't do very well, which is sad. And so they dropped it, and I believe Sentai picked up the last 2 seasons and just released a subbed version, which, you know, goddamn you. But whatever. Now, the opposite of that is Inuyasha Final Act had a sub version out in Japan for like years. And finally, after like 10 plus years, I forgot how long it was, they finally brought down Final Act. Well, it wasn't 10 years. I don't know, it was a while. They finally brought down Final Act. And it is I guess what they like to call the ending to Inuyasha, which I don't know how true that is. I haven't watched all of Inuyasha yet. I own it, but I haven't watched it all. And yeah, back to how these were related. I forgot what I was talking about there. These were in Japan, and in China, there was a company called, and I could get all this information wrong, so I apologize, Animax. And Animax English dubbed these like 5+ years ago. Quite a while ago. these were dubbed in English. So I've seen these in English. But they were done by a Chinese company who did an English dub. I know how confusing that sounds. Another couple other anime that I know of, Fairy Tail. I saw Fairy Tail way before it was dubbed by Funimation because another company dubbed it in English. And nothing is wrong with their dubs except for the quality, like the actual audio recording quality is awful. It's like they're done on a $5 microphone, but they're like legit, right? All these, for some reason, the sound is like mono. I don't know if that's how they were captured when they first aired, because I don't think they ever had a release. But yeah, they all had dubs. So that's how they're related. These two shows were dubbed. This had a dub at one point, but it was never. It won't be licensed in English, that dub, because it's long gone. What I'm trying to say, I don't think there's ever was an official release of any kind. So if you're ever interested in seeing 3 dubs that were done way before the actual release that came into the States or Canada, go check those out. I think it's Animax is what you're going to want to look for. The Chinese English dubs, and they are strange. One last thing, not really too the same really, but there was a Singapore English dub of Yu-Gi-Oh!, which all the male voices were done by one guy. And One Piece, and One Piece, and One Piece. Go check those out. They are fucking hilarious to check out. Like they're hilarious because they're not good. Yeah. So I haven't seen those yet, but I'm really interested in Hellgirl, like very interested in Hellgirl, and I totally recommend. Oh, one last thing. Hellgirl, I keep forgetting to talk about things, sorry. Hellgirl has a live action version, which is also really, really, really great. So I also recommend the live action Hellgirl. So that is the anime. Sadly, this update is sad. I apologize. But, in the manga, and I told you guys I'd be getting a fair chunk of it, and I did, technically. See, I was hoping there was a lot of animes I bought this month, and there's some really expensive, rare ones that I got that I can't wait to show you, but they didn't send them to me on time, which is really sad. But, in the manga, I was gonna do a whole review thing on this one manga, and whoever sent me the volumes screwed me so hard on that idea. But I'll just start out with that volume, and that is Soul Eater Not Volume 2. You're probably thinking, Volume 2? What the hell? I ordered Volume 1 and 2, because that's all that's released in English right now. Volume 3 comes out a long time. And if you don't know, Soul Eater Not is actually having an anime. It's actually aired a couple episodes, I believe. And I was going to do a first, a reaction kind of thing to episode 1 and whatever chapters correspond with that episode. And I was waiting and waiting. I got volume 2. I'm like, oh, of course, I got volume 2 first, but whatever. And I waited and waited. I'm like, what the hell's going on? So I checked my Amazon thing, and the guys canceled my order for my first volume. So that really bugged me. So I haven't looked at this at all. All I know is the cover feels very strange. Is that a yen press? Yen press sometimes makes really good feeling books. They're like matted and like, I don't know how to explain it, but they sometimes make some really cool quality stuff. Now, I'm gonna leave the one very interesting thing for last, and some people on my channel may know what it is because I actually mentioned to someone that I was getting these. But before that, we're gonna put these up, and I haven't read these. I'm so sorry, don't hurt me, Daddy. But I haven't checked these out yet. I'm kind of really interested, but not fully. And I have kind of a shitty reason for that, and that is Monster Hunter Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3, and Volume 4. This is the complete series of Monster Hunter Org? I don't know how to say that. But this is if you don't know, this is a manga series from a Capcom game called Monster Hunter. Very popular game in Japan, quite popular down here with a chunk of gamers. I've played Monster Hunter Tri or Monster Hunter 3, but the Wii version, and I enjoyed it. It's not fully my kind of thing. Maybe if it was done a little bit differently. See, when I played these kind of games, I really love a level system. That's my thing. But in Monster Hunter, there's no leveling. How you do it is you fight monsters, you fight huge monsters, dragons, water beasts, that kind of thing. And you get items from them, and from those items you can build armor and weapons. So that is kind of like the leveling system, because the more bigger creatures you kill, the more items you get to make better armor to fight that bigger thing. It's an interesting concept, and I like it. Just not my full thing. So when I heard there was a manga, I've been watching it quite closely for quite a while. Now, some of this art may or may not look familiar. That is because the creator is, now I'm gonna butcher this one, Hiro Mashima? I'm not sure if that's how you say that. And he is the creator of Fairy Tail, and he's also Rave Master, but Fairy Tail is what most people know. And Fairy Tail has such a, and by half of my subscriber base, such a nastiness to it. And like, before you go, what the hell is that about? This is someone who's only watched about 13 episodes of it, so you know, my opinion is shitty. I know that, but I've read a chunk of the manga, and I like the beginning. It seems really nice, but everything, I mean absolutely almost everything I've seen after, I don't know, 50 plus episodes. I don't really know how many episodes there are even out, but there's a certain chunk that afterwards the creator or whoever decided to drop a lot of these story concepts and stuff and just focus totally on fan service. Even to the point of where all the fans joke about how can't wait for my weekly fan service show. Everything I've seen, and it got to the point of where I guess the anime had to stop. I heard multiple reasons why. I heard the ratings were doing very badly. I heard it hit a filler arc, it did badly. I've heard so many different things. I don't know what the truth is, and I don't really fully care, personally. But they had to stop it, and they actually rebooted it with new animation, which, personally, from what I've seen, face-wise, it kind of looks worse. Like Lucy, her character face, it just looks cheaper. I don't know. In my opinion, it doesn't look as good as what it looked like originally, which is sad. And then, of course, they made a fan service episode just a couple episodes ago, and there's characters like Urza, who was supposed to be the strong female character, and they turned her also into... Doesn't matter. This is Monster Hunter, and he made this. So what I'm trying to say is my thoughts on this, and I've seen a couple panels and stuff. It looks like it's going to be his old same thing, where they gave him the concept, like even the main character. Let me say this: the main character here looks like Natsu mixed with Cloud from Final Fantasy. It's, I don't know. And then like, look how big a dojo to her head. And man, I didn't want to turn this into rant hour, but what's with the whole One Piece art thing? You know. It's kind of... One Piece is a very very unique look to it. And there's no way no one can't say that when Fairy Tail first came out, people didn't think it was the same creator. Like, if they didn't know. Because some of those art panels, I remember when it first came out, it was just bad. I'm sorry. Monster Hunter, I like the game. It's okay. I'm really interested in the manga. I don't know how they can do a full Monster Hunter story in only 4 volumes. They're going to have to just basically go, oh, look, we got to find out. This is what I'm assuming the story's going to be. Big monster, maybe something happened to the main character. Main character meets some friends, fights all these other monsters, sees big monster that did something bad, follows that big monster, and then destroys it. That's how the story should be. Maybe it's going to be just a full fan service thing. I don't know. One can hope about differentness. I'm really wasting your time, and I apologize. Okay. this is probably actually the last thing, and I really apologize for that because I've ordered a lot more, just it's not here. This is the one thing that I was very interested in getting, and it was something that I didn't know. I never searched it. I'm not a part of the whole bandwagon that happened a while back for this. All I knew was it was similar to Berserk, which probably gave away what this is. And that is Vinland Saga! Omnibus volume, I don't know what they want to call it, they just say 1. 1 and 2. Now, volume 3, as the time of when this is recorded, came out yesterday. So if you've been following these and you didn't know, it just came out. Now, before I talk about the actual full-on thing, I want to mention the whole Berserk thing. If you don't know, Berserk is a medieval time anime, main character, shitty life, grows up, meets a dude, works with a dude in a mercenary group, dude screws him over, and then he takes vengeance, kind of thing. Vinland Saga is almost the same, except it is during the Viking era, kind of thing, where there's Vikings and pirates and that whole thing, which I love that setting. That is awesome. But let's do the points. It's about a boy who has a dark past where he how can I explain this? Something bad happens to his past, then man who did something bad, he takes vengeance on, he grows up, super killer kid, works for a mercenary group who is owned by the guy who killed or did something bad to the boy. And I'm trying not to spoil the whole thing. And that boy takes vengeance on him, but he's also working for him. It's, if you take the points and you kind of mix them around, it's the same. Does that mean it's bad? Fuck no! This has been probably the best thing I've read in, months. And that's not counting something like Hunter x Hunter, which, guys, I've been reading Hunter x Hunter. It's pretty good. But whatever, let's not talk about that. It's just, the art's really good, it's gory, but it's not to the point of maturity to Berserk, because we'll see some awful gore and some like eyeball kind of things, except from what I've seen so far in Volume 1, there hasn't been like nudity and like sexual stuff. There's been times where it could have been done, but they do it at an angle where you don't see anything. So that means I think it's for a younger group. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be seinen or shonen, and if it's shonen, it's right on that borderline. But yeah, like these. Oh, and I must say, these hardcovers, these bloody hardcovers, are a thing of freaking beauty. I just love it. It's not heavy. It's not heavy. But one thing I hate about these hardcover mangas is they usually are heavy as all shit because the paper. And I know it's good to have the paper being really high quality, but when it's really high quality and in a hardcover, it's really heavy. Mostly when it's a manga, you know what I mean? But what they do is they have color pages where they need to be, and then it's basically manga paper. It's normal manga paper. It's a little bit thicker, a little bit nicer, but it's manga paper, and it's really nice. And yeah, this Makoto Amara, I don't know. This is really good, and I'm going to be buying Volume 3 because it just, yeah, it's just really good. I can't say I don't want to say too much, but basically what I said about boy, hard guy, he's all dark and awesome, killing people, and he's working for a mercenary group, and then we get to see his past, and then we see how it happened to him, why he became what he is. It's Berserk. It really is, but it's in a pirate setting instead of mercenaries, and it's in the Viking era instead of like medieval times. So if you think that concept might be great, imagine like, what if One Piece took a really dark turn? I don't know. It's just really good, and I've been really enjoying it. And if you guys read this too, what do you guys think? If you haven't, I don't know why my camera stopped, but it's like 16 bucks to get this, and it's totally worth it. I haven't read Volume 2 yet, but it's something I gotta be doing very soon. But I still need to watch and read half that stuff I showed that I didn't even look at, because, you know, life and stuff. And yeah, that is actually the end of the video, and I apologize for you to watch this because, you know, I'm Canadian and I'm allowed to apologize a lot. And I also thank you for watching and all that stuff. And yeah, comment, rate, subscribe. If you guys got anything cool this month, write it in the bottom. If you recommend anything for me, that's also cool. And before I go, and you've actually lasted this long, which is awesome. Once again, if I forgot anything, I'll put it in next month's update. I got something kind of cool. Let me just go get it. Now, I'm just gonna say this. This is for anyone who likes stupid things for stupid cheap, but necessarily does not need them. So online there, and I'm not promoting these people, but there's a seller. If you just write wooden sword or wooden katana in Amazon, you'll find them. I got this wooden katana for $6, and they also have a whole bunch of other swords and stuff. They're like $10 to $20 for like really high quality cool things. Free shipping after $25. Just go onto Amazon. If you just search it up, wooden katana, you'll find it. But here it is. It's a wooden katana. Let me just take it out of my box thing. It's awesome for no reason. So yeah, got that for $6 on Amazon. Free shipping to my door. And so what I did was, let me just back this camera up. There's my PS3 box, you see that? I made this out of the cardboard that they sent me for the box. I made a thing for it in like a couple hours. What this is just cardboard. It's wrapped, glued up, made hard with a couple different layers of cardboard. And then got an old t-shirt, wrapped it up, glued it nice and tight. It's really cruddily done, to be honest, but it looks cool, and it's tight fit, works nice. It's not done. I still need to. I'm gonna add some wraps on there, but whoa, move camera, move. I'm sorry about that. Now you get to see my tricky lighting, but I've been putting it over here about the PS3 games. I know I look really crappy, I just came out of the rain. But, ow! Yeah, it looks really cool. And I'm really happy. It's pretty awesome. So yeah, once again, I apologize for wasting your time. And I thank you for watching the video. And comment, rate, subscribe, and hopefully I'll be making more videos this month. And maybe a live stream. I'm planning on that very soon too. So yes, I don't know how to end videos.